So I'm JJ Bujeaud, live here in the beautiful Lincoln, New Hampshire, and I'm a father and I'm a widower to an amazing, amazing woman named Claire, and I would love to tell you about her. Claire was my wife, but more than that, she was her own really amazing person. She loved music, she loved art, she loved people, she loved nature. That's why we're here. She loved being a mother. She really was a smart, beautiful, amazing woman. Just lucky to have had her in my life. My favorite memories of Claire are just being with Claire. The things we did together, the way she made me feel, our laughter, the way she drew in people around her, her infectious energy. Those are the things I remember. Claire gave this to me, was the opportunity to be a father. I see their mother in them every day. And they're smart, they're witty, they're personable, and I'm just very grateful for that gift that she gave me. When I go back and think about when she first became ill, it was just a bump in the road. It wasn't anything to get too concerned about. So as a father and a husband, being her caregiver was just what I was supposed to do. But I can certainly remember some times where I thought, I don't know if I can do this. One of the things that happens as a caregiver, at least for me, it's hard to ask for help. As a caregiver, right, you're all about control, and that's how you are successful. And then when you start losing that, that's when things go south. Claire had a setback and we were in the hospital. I want to say maybe this was 6 months before she passed. And the hospitalist at the time brought us into his office and started talking about hospice and started talking about end of life and used the word terminal. And he was really the first person, at least that I remember, using the word terminal. See, I think at that time Claire knew, but I was still in denial. And here we are in our 40s, seemingly our whole lives ahead of us, at least in my perspective. And now we're talking about hospice and dying, and that was hard. I would say it was about maybe 3 or 4 months before Claire passed away that North Country Home Health and Hospice Agency sent a representative right to our house. What we really started was more of the home health. I was working at the time. I'm trying to raise the boys. Someone would come in and at least see Claire during the day, and that took a huge weight off my shoulders. North Country Home Health and Hospice was instrumental in allowing me to continue being a father, being a employee, and focusing on everyday life, right? While also being a caregiver. We didn't want our last days together to be worrying about what medications to take. I needed to be a father, I needed to be a husband. And although I'm a caregiver and I'm as proud of that role as any other, I didn't want to focus on that. North Country Home Health and Hospice filled that role and filled it incredibly well. The connection was easy, and that means so much. That is so relieving to the caregiver, right? When you trust. One of the things Claire and I used to talk about, right? We would talk about life and death a lot. She wanted to be cremated, but she didn't want to live on a shelf. Claire wanted a peach tree. So we found a peach tree, and she said, that's where I want to be. So Claire has a tree in our yard, and it produces the juiciest, sweetest peaches ever. And that just seems appropriate.
Rock! You gotta rock back and forth. Rock! Side to side. Come on, you got the top, pal. Let's just get the bottom. Nobody help her. Don't help her. That's it.